Hi, my name is FAIZ bin ZAKARIA. I'm from Group Chairman Hebak. We are going to talk about our system, which is Angkasa Ordering System. First, the user will click the Start button from the system. Then the system will ask the user either they are customer or staff. And I have run the system and it asks me if you are staff, we are going to press 1, and if you are customer, you will press 0. So, it will redirect to the class person, which is the superclass that inherit to its subclass, which is class staff and class customer. For the class person, the aim is to differentiate the person that use our system, whether they are staff or customer. If the user choose staff, it will redirect to class staff. For the class staff, we have initialized the array that store the information such as name, phone number, and password. For example, we initialize some 5 staff and their names, phone number, and their password. And the user need to enter the staff number based on this array. Then the system will redirect to the getID function to get the password as to authenticate the user. For example, I am Faiz. I'm going to press staff number 2. Alright. For your information, besides we apply the principle of inheritance for these classes, we also perform the principle of polymorphism for these classes as stated in the class person, where the method getID in the class person is using keyword virtual. In the method getID for class person, the user will enter the password, and if the password is same like the information that we store in the array of class staff, the system will display you are staff. For example, I will enter my name Faiz, and if my password I enter is Faizabak, which means I am staff Faiz, and my password is Faizabak. Right, it has displayed my details and it means I am staff. Right. We also made some safety precautions, such as if the user wrongly enter name or wrongly enter password or both. And after that, then the system will ask again the user to re-enter the password 2 times. And if the password is incorrect, the system will display you are not staff. I will try if my password is wrong. Staff 2 Faiz, and alright, the system asked me to enter my password again because my password is wrong. And okay, my password is not the same as in the array, so which means I am not staff. Next, if the user choose customer, the system will redirect to the class customer. We also will use the getID method. The system will ask the user to enter the name and phone number. Then the customer can choose whether they want to dine in by click 0 or click 1 for takeaway. I am customer. I will enter my name and my phone number. Okay. And the system asks me whether to dine in or takeaway. I accept that takeaway. And the system will display the restaurant to the customer, and the user need to choose their preference restaurant, which is enter 1 for restaurant Olive Western or restaurant 2 for restaurant Pak Atong. I'm going to choose restaurant Pak Atong. And I'm going to leave this part to the next person. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad AFFIF FARHAN bin ZAMZURI. My method ID is A22EC0200, and I'm going to continue after the customer choose a restaurant. For example, here the customer choose a restaurant which is 1 for RA Western. So the menu for the restaurant RA will be shown here, will be displayed. First, in the main, when the customer choose one, it will go to into F X. If one, we will declare the array of food for the menu and array of drink for the menu. We also gonna declare the restaurant information such as restaurant name, restaurant location, restaurant phone number, the food and drink here for the default constructor, and then we gonna set the restaurant to the customer and then set the queue to the customer, and then we're gonna call the display menu function. When the display menu function was called, you can see here, uh, it gonna display the restaurant name, and then we use, as you can see here, we use the array food and drink as aggregation. So we can use the value for the price and name to make calculation later for the receipt. Here we call the get name function and get price here, as you can see, and then the price, the food name, the price, and the cuisine type will be displayed here based on the array that we just declared. And then as you can see, under the menu there is a review. The review was from the previous customer. For example, here as the first customer, it will show the review. First we create a review. So for example, here review and review, and then we're gonna call the review using the display review function after we use the add review function, and then the customer can order the food.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is ALIFF AIMAN BIN MANSOR. I'm from Group Chem and Hebak. So right now I will continue for customer to order their item in this part. So before I start to explain in the main function, I will brief a little bit about the class that we have. In this part, we use class customer for customer to order their item. So class customer will have an association with class food and drink as aggregation relationship, because customer have to order food and drink if they want. It allows customer to order their food and drink while maintaining their independent existence. The use of an array allows us to store, manage multiple customer instance defensively. So we can perform operation on the collection of customers, such as ordering food and drink, and generate receipt. So we proceed to order the item. So me as a customer. So in the main function, the system will redirect to the method order food and drink from class customer. Thus, the system will ask the user if they want to order their item for the restaurant they chosen. So, okay, so we find okay, this is the method order food and drink. And then the system will ask the user if they want to order item for the restaurant they chosen. So the customer have two choices, which is click 0 for no and click 1 for yes. If the customer click 0, which is no, the system still will display the receipt, but the receipt will have nothing. But if the customer click 1 and if the customer click 1 and the item that the customer is ordered is less than 10, okay, why 10? Because in this code, we set for one customer, they can order max 10 foods and 10 drinks. So that's why we use 10, maximum the value for customer to order is 10. So okay, then the system will ask the user what item they want based on the index in the display menu. And method order food and drink from customer can be used to take the order from the customer. So before this, I will find the method order food and drink. So this is the method food and drink. Okay. Okay, first the system will ask the user to order for food first, followed by beverage after that. So this, do you want to order food? So the food comes first before the customer can order their drinks. So okay, if I want to order my food, I just click one, and I just click any index from the display menu. So in this part, I will enter one. So if the index that I enter is less than or equal to 0 and greater than 3, the system will display number of food that customer order using add item food method from class customer. Otherwise, the system will display error message and customer need to try again to order. So this number of food is come from the method add item food to show the customer the current item that they order. So and then the customer will have a chance for them to add another item for food and drink if they want, and it will repeat the same process if customer want it. So if I want to add another food, I just click one for yes, and just enter any index from display menu, but need to enter the index at the display menu. So I will click one. Okay, so the number of food has increased by 1. So currently is 2. So if I don't want to add another food, I just click 0 for now, and the system will ask me to order my drink. So if I want to order my drink, I just click 1. So the system asks me to enter any index at the display menu. So I just click 2. If I don't want to order another drink, I just click 0 for now. Okay, after finish order my item, the system will ask again for me to continue my order. So so me have 3 choices. I click 0 to print my receipt, 1 to continue my order, and 2 to remove my order if I want to cancel my order. So if the customer wants to print their receipt, the system will redirect to the method print receipt from class customer, and it will generate a receipt that show the detail for the item that I order and the total price for the item. And then if the customer click 0, the system will redirect to the make payment method. So the customer will proceed to make the payment. But if the customer wants to continue their order, the system will repeat again to the method order food and drink at class customer, so they can continue their item based on selected restaurant. So I as customer want to continue my order, so I just click 1, and then the system will ask if I want to order food. Just click yes, and then enter any index from the display menu. So I just click 1. So currently I have my food is chicken. One is fish and chip, and second fish and chip, and the third is I just change to 2, which is steak. So okay, so the number of food I increase by 3, and I don't want to add another food. but I want to order another drink, so I just click yes. So drink in the above, I just order one drink, which is 2 is strawberry ice blended. So now I want to order chocolate ice blended. So just click one, and the number of drink increase by 2, by 1. So I don't want to add another drink, so I just click 0 for no. And then I just want to print my receipt. So in the receipt, it will show the detail for my information, and the detail for the item that I order with the price, and in the above, in the below, it show the total price. So let me check. So first I order fish and chip 2 and steak, and for drink I just strawberry ice blended and chocolate ice blended. Yeah, it's so so proceed with payment. Just click 1 to pay. So finish for customer to order their item. For customer to remove their item, Tengku will continue to explain. Okay, thank you guys.
Hello, my name is TENGKU Aiman. So I will present to you about our remove function from class customer. So now we are at our choose restaurant. So this one because we use the same code for our remove order for RA Western and Pak Atong. So I will explain to you for our RA restaurant. So in this example, I will explain to you with 4 types of food and 4 types of drinks. So yes, we will stand for 4 types of food. So we will go to 4 types of drinks. So yeah, and we're done for drinks. So after we entered our drinks, so it will go back to the line 650 for us to choose. So we will say NY, in which in this case we will see enter 2. So they will proceed to our if y equals to 2, which is in line 666, they will display our order. So then we will go to the line 673. The system will pause to give the room for our customer to look at our order, and then it will display remove food or drinks. So in this case, we will remove 2 foods and 2 drinks. So I will type 1 to remove our food, and it will go to the loop. So if I choose 1, it will bring us to 6, 7, 8 if statement, and this we will go through our loop. So enter the index of food we want to delete, we will delete index 1. So the we will see out food count, which is in this case 3, because we already delete 1 food. So do you want to continue to remove the food? So we will see in yes, and if we see in 1, it will trigger the while condition, and because we chose 1, we will do another loop. So it will display at the index of food we want to delete. So in this case, we will delete the food of index 2. So for now, we will have two food order, which is order index 0 and order index 3. So in this case, we will choose 0. Do you want to continue to remove the food? We will choose no. And then after we choose no, it will go to line 708, which will ask us, do you still want to remove food and drink? In this case, we will choose yes, because we want to remove our drinks. So after we remove our before we remove our drinks, it will bring system pause here, right here, and then after that it will display no. After that, they will need to choose whether to remove food or drink. It will go back to line 763, which is system pause, and we will need to choose we want to remove drink or food. So in this case, I will choose to remove drinks. So it will bring us to another system pause because we choose drink. So right here, we will go to system pause. And then if you can see right here, our display order for our food is already updated. So we will focus in delete our order. So in this case, we will choose 3. So after we delete industry, our drink order will be 3, and we will be asked, do you want to continue to remove this drink? In this case, we will choose yes. So it will invoke, it will trigger the while condition, and because we choose yes, we will do another looping. So it will start with system pause. We will press enter. So you can see here our drink order will become 3. So we will delete drink index 0. So after this, we want to continue. So we choose 0. And we will go to line 708. In this case, we will our answer is 0. So if we choose 0, we will break the remove loop. So after that, we will go through the print receipt. If as you can see right here, from 4 order of food and drinks, we will get 2 order of food and 2 order of drinks. So I'm sorry in this is because there is some logical error right here that we will do after that. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
We apply the concept of composition and aggregation in our system. For example, the restaurant class have a composition relationship with review class, and which means the review object are with the restaurant object, which also means the review object cannot exist independently if I do not create object restaurants, which means no restaurant, no review object. Overall, the composition relationship between the restaurant class and the review class means that a restaurant can have one or more reviews, and these reviews are really important for the restaurant to exist and work properly. For aggregation, we apply it in many places, but I'm going to talk about in the restaurant class. And the aggregation relationship between the restaurant class and the food and drink class implies that a restaurant has a collection of food and drink items, but the food and drink item can exist independently and may be shared among multiple restaurants, which means if I don't have restaurant, there can still be food or drink. And the restaurant class is associated with the food and drink class, but it doesn't have direct control over the creation or destruction of the food object. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you.
Next, we also use the array of objects in our system. The use of an array allows us to store and manage multiple customer instances efficiently, and we also can perform operation on the collection of customers, such as ordering food and drinks, tracking order, and generating receipt. So in the slide, I will show you a few of array that we use in our system, which is Angkasa food ordering, Angkasa ordering system. Sorry. So this is the first to store the information of stuff that we name the object of array is nice. So in the array, it store 5 element, and this is our staff information that include name, phone number, and the password. And the second one is for food that we initialize with 3 elements that store the name of food, the price, and the cuisine type. And the last one is array of object drink, which is for 3 elements also that we initialize with the name, price, and the cuisine type. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone. So my name is TENGKU Aiman Alif from Group Chem and Hebak. So now I will explain to you about encapsulation and polymorphism. So we will start with encapsulation first. So encapsulation is a key concept in working with objects. So which it means that we will combine both attributes and methods in one package, and we will hide the implementation of data from the user of the object. So we will use our class person as an example. So in this class person, we will have two attributes that were protected from outer class. So but we have class customer and staff. So even though it is protected, both customer and staff can access these attributes without using any SSL. Um, but uh, uh, f- uh, the code from main function, they cannot access these attributes because for main function, these attributes was private to them, and we will need to access them using SSL. So that's it for encapsulation. Now we will go to polymorphism. So polymorphism is the ability of objects to perform the same actions differently. So what is that? So I will take class person, class staff, and class customer as an example for this application. So in this application, we will use string get ID as method method to use for polymorphism. So in this class person, we will use visual string get ID that will return nothing, so that when class customer and class staff inherited this this function, they can perform this the same they can perform this method but differently. So we will go to class staff. So where is the class staff? So here in class staff right here, we will you can see the string get ID. So when we use polymorphism, we will treat both class staff and class customer, the object staff and object customer, as persons object. So even though they will so we but the string get ID function will be override by both class staff and class customer. So when we call string get ID from class staff and class customer, even though they've been treated as persons class, but the polymorphic attributes of string get ID will be override by string get ID from class staff and class customer. So as you can see here in in class staff, we will have a long code of string get ID for staff to get their password and anything else. So in class customer, we will have the same function that will take customer's name and phone number. So both of these class can both of these method can override the virtual method from class persons. So that's all from me in criteria. So I will see you in next presentation.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Farhan bin ZAMZURI. I'm gonna explain about inheritance. Okay, first, in hierarchy, we can say that the class person is the superclass for the staff and the customer. This can be shown because the customer and the staff inherit item from the class person. That same that goes to the food and item. Food and item also also inheritance because food and drink inherit from the class item. This can be shown that the food and drink use the item from the class item, such as the name, price, and the cuisine type from the item. You can see here the name and the price. Uh, we can say that stuff inherit from the class person, food and drink inherit from the item, the restaurant inherit the restaurant, use some item from the class person, and the customer inherit from the class person. Inheritance allow the derived class such as customer, drink, food, to inherit the characteristic and behavior of the superclass, promoting the reusability of the code between classes.